here. It is currently Tuesday the 7th of October, 9:30 p.m. I'm about to go to sleep, but we are 5 days out from Melbourne Mara, which is going to be my first ever marathon, which is crazy. I've just been sitting here for the past probably like half an hour or so watching like people's YouTube videos about finishing their first marathon, and I'm like so inspired by all of them and so in awe. I'm like, I want to create something for myself to look back on. Even if I don't put this anywhere, I want something to capture the moment. Hopefully this Sunday I will be saying I've run a marathon, which is insane. But I wanted to make a few reflections and talk about the past few months of training and how I feel going into the marathon, because it's not actually how I'd expect to be feeling. I just want to reflect on everything that's happened, just to, like, it's amazing that I've gotten to this point. Like, I haven't even run the marathon and I need to be proud of that, so I'm going to reflect on everything. It's actually crazy that running was never my thing. I actually hated running at a point in my life, and like I'd started to get into running. I'd go through phases with it, and the most I would ever do was 5k, and anything above that felt impossible. Like 5k, I was dead after that. Like, how could I run any further? It's actually funny, like leading into every new year for like years on end, I would always write the goal, run 10k on it. It was like this big unachievable goal. I would always put it on there and I would never achieve it because it literally felt impossible. But I just put it on there because I was like, imagine running 10k. Like, that is incredible. I would love to achieve that one day. Like, that was a big goal for me. And it went on for years and I didn't do anything about it because it just literally felt impossible. And it's crazy to like look back on that now, because for me now, training for a marathon, running consistently, I now look at 10k and that is like easy for me now, which is insane. And I just like, my brain years and years ago wouldn't be able to comprehend that. Like, I literally have an old like journal where I can show you me writing that goal. And this went on for years. I wrote it for years and never did anything about it because it felt impossible. 2022 goals. At the bottom of that, run 10Ks. And of course, it is unticked because I didn't do it. And that was in 2022. And I proceeded to write that for at least another year after that. It wasn't until 2024, I think, I decided, why don't I just try? Like, I've been thinking about this for ages. Like, it's this massive goal that I want to achieve. Why don't I just try it and see how far I can, like how close I can get to it? And if I only run 8Ks, then oh my God, that I'm a little bit closer and it'll help me get to the eventual 10K. In January of 2024, I just tried it. I was like, I'm gonna attempt 10K, whatever happens, happens. And lo and behold, I fucking did it. I did it. I went from consistently running 5Ks thinking I can't run any further than this. And then one day I was like, fuck it, let's try, and I did it. And it proved to me how mental running was, because the whole time all I wanted to do was stop. I was like, this is so hard. Like, I want to stop. But I pushed through that. Like, I remember feeling so like mentally challenged by it. But by the end of it, I was like, I just did that. Like, I was physically capable of running 10K, and I'd stopped myself for so long. And I felt so good once I finally ticked that goal off. And then that's when everything happened. And I was like, you know what? This is actually, if I put effort and consistency into this, like, I can actually really improve my running. So that's what I did. I signed up for a half marathon, did that last year, and it was honestly the funnest day of my life. I still look back on that race and think, like, that was the funnest day ever. And when I finished that, I honestly thought, how could I possibly do that twice? Like, a half marathon, like, it was fun, but I was also pooped by the end of it and very sore the next day. I was like, how could one possibly do that twice? Anyway, it probably wasn't even a few months later when I decided to sign up for it. When the tickets came out, I was like, fuck it. I've come this far, I've done a half marathon, I need to at least do one marathon in my lifetime. And so that's what I'm doing this year. I'm doing the Nike Melbourne Mara. I've been training for God knows how long now. I've been consistently running for a long time, but probably ever since I got back from my holiday in July, I've been really knuckling down on my training. I've put so much effort into this run, into this training block, and Obviously things don't go perfect all the time, like sessions were moved around, sessions were no doubt skipped at stages. All in all, I felt like I gave it a really good shot and I did my very best to get in like the training that I had planned. And a few weeks ago, I did my longest run ever. I did 32 Ks. I did majority of it with a friend. So thank you, Dempsey, if you're watching, because that probably wouldn't have been as easy. It wasn't easy, but it wouldn't have been as fun, and God knows if I would have done it if I didn't have someone with me. But I did weeks and weeks before that. Like I did 20K by myself, then I did 24, 26, 28, 30, all those runs, me and my brain, and then a 32, majority of that with a friend. And then the plan was to run a 34 as my peak week, but like everything was going on track. All my training runs went really well, actually. Like nothing, at one stage, when I first got back from my holiday, one of my knees was a bit sore, but I thought that was like due to a lack of warm up. I was really stupid. I did an event, I didn't warm up, I jumped into it. It was crazy, but I took a week off. My knee was fine. I just needed a bit of a rest. I think it got inflamed. And then throughout the rest of the training block, no issues. Like legs, everything were great. The only, like I felt like niggles here and there, like just achy muscles as you would when you're on your legs for that long, but like nothing bad until my very last run when I was meant to do my longest run, the 34K. Very early on, my knee started hurting, like on the outside of my knee. I think I've self-diagnosed myself. I think it's a very common thing that runners experience called ITB, like pain in your ITB. I probably ran for way longer than I should have. I experienced the pain before 10K and I continued to run up until 21.1. And then I called it quits there. I decided I wasn't going to try for the 34 because I was just going to hurt myself even more. I was also hobbling. I could barely run. Like every couple of steps I was like shooting pain. I had to stop, stretch my leg out. That was really bad, but thanks to Ash for being on the bike and supporting me for that whole run, because that was really tough. I was so distraught. My knee was so sore. I was so upset that I had not completed that final run, because I feel like I needed it to be like, yep, we've ticked off the last one and now I can taper and do everything properly. But the fact that that run didn't go as planned really messed with me mentally and also worried me physically, that I now have a sore knee and I'm 2 weeks out from the Melbourne Marathon. So this was almost exactly 2 weeks before Melbourne Marathon. And yeah, so I spent lots of days crying. I was so upset, but I just knew that I needed to rest my knee and hope, like the last time that I felt a bit of pain in my knee, I'd just be able to rest it, recover it, ice, everything like that, and it will be good to go. So I rest for over a week, and then this past Sunday, so exactly 1 week from Melbourne, I tried to run again just to make sure that it was all good when I'm running, and it hurt from the first step, which really scared me. I did about a K because I was like, well, there's no point in me running anymore because I know it hurts still. And I'm just gonna make it worse. So I stopped again. Many tears were shed. Sorry to the people that asked me how I'm going, and I just broke down to them because I was like, well, I'm in pain. I'm a week out from my marathon. If it hurts now, if it continues to hurt, how am I meant to run 42.2 Ks in pain? Like I know the marathon, like a marathon in itself is hard. Like it's gonna be hard, and I'm so aware of that. And I know there's gonna be adrenaline and everything on the day, but it's going to be 10 times harder if I'm feeling pain from the first step. So I'm just so worried, still so worried, because I'm still in this position. I've taken the rest of this week off running. I probably won't run until the marathon now, but I've just been focusing again on icing, recovering, massaging, and lots of walks, mainly for my mental health. But yeah, I will be attempting Melbourne this Sunday. Sorry, this has been a very long intro, but that is everything that is happening right now, and it's not what I expected. I expected this week to just be like full of excitement and like, you know, getting to rest and taper because like that's what you do, not because I'm forced to, because I can't run because I'm in pain. But anyway, we have decided that, well, I have a myotherapist appointment on Thursday. That is like my lucky last thing that I can do. Hopefully he can work some magic and like provide a bit of relief for race day so it's not as sore. But yeah, I just wanted to, I'm making this for myself. Future Natalie will be watching this. I don't know if anyone else will be, but I will be. So you are fucking amazing. This is so crazy. You did so many runs that you didn't want to do. You did so many kilometers leading up to this moment, and strength sessions too. So many sessions put into this moment. And Sunday, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna forget about whatever time you wanted to do before, because I did have goals, but I'm probably gonna have to forget about them now. And you're just gonna do it. You're gonna get to the end of that finish line. You're gonna get the medal around your neck, and you're gonna smile and you're gonna have fun. There's gonna be so many amazing people around you. I'm so excited for the atmosphere and for people to be supporting me along the way, because I know like my family and things like that will be watching. But I'm so excited, and we're gonna have fun, and you're gonna watch this and be like, wow, you were so scared and you did it. You did it. So yeah, I'm just making this for future me so I can look back and just be proud. Hopefully, no matter what happens, you can look back on this and say that you gave it your all, you did the best that you could on race day, and whatever happens, happens. So good luck, Nat, and you've got this. Knee hurts a little bit, but I'm having fun. Definitely hard, but it's not meant to be easy. 30 k's. Shit is hot, but I see my family in like 4 k's.
You're not far away. How are you feeling?
I'm so sore now.
Right turn, and you're done.
I was like, oh wait, Monday.
I did it. I'm like, don't even like know what to say. Like my thoughts are all over the place, but I have officially ran a marathon. I am a marathoner. I'm gonna try so hard not to cry in this video because many tears have already been shed. But I'm so excited to edit this whenever I do and look back on past Nat and like just like she did it. That girl who didn't think it was gonna happen, who had like a big seed of doubt in her brain, did it. And it wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy, but we did it. I'm gonna try and do like a little race recap. I'll try not to blab on for too much. I'll put some clips you would have probably already seen of the actual race, whatever I can find, and I'm just going to talk to you about the day and how it went and how I'm feeling. So I'm sitting here with my medal because it's Medal Monday, and why the fuck not? I can barely walk. I'll tell you about all of that later. It actually hurts to move, but I'm wearing the LSKD merch from the Melbourne Mirror, and I will be repping this like 24/7 as much as I can, because one, it's so comfy, and two, it's just like a massive reminder of what the hell I just did. I'm also, wish you could see the pain it takes to stand up, but we also got little finisher tops, like Nike finisher. The back is really cool. I genuinely don't think I'll be able to stand up and show you. You probably can't see anything, but it kind of describes the race, which I think is amazing. Like, I didn't even know that they did that. Yeah, it's just so cool that I get to keep that forever. But yeah, let's talk about the race. I'll start with kind of the morning. Like, in the lead up, obviously I hadn't ran properly for ages because of my sore knee. I'd done a few strength sessions, but then the few days beforehand I didn't do any strength or anything because I didn't want to risk getting like having sore legs or anything. So my legs were very well rested. I carb loaded pretty well. I felt very fueled. I felt very hydrated. I'm the type of person that drinks water 24/7. Like, I go through at least like 3 of my drink bottles every single day. So I mainly just made sure that I was drinking lots of electrolytes as well, because that is something that I'm like on and off with. So I made sure to have an electrolyte every day. I was actually drinking these Hydros by EHP Labs. They've been so good. I have like so many of them, and I'm pretty funny with flavors, but all of them I love, and it was so easy to just down one every single day. Like, TMI, but my pee was literally clear, like straight clear. Like, I'd go to the toilet and it didn't look like anyone had gone to the toilet. Like, literally just water. That's what you want for the marathon, so you can stay hydrated, because there'd be nothing worse than going in dehydrated. So I'd very much fueled and hydrated myself well, so I felt pretty good. And also, like, probably for at least over a week, I got 8 hours plus of sleep every single night. There was like 1 or 2 nights where my sleep wasn't as like good quality and it was a bit broken up, but I managed to get like over 8 hours every night, which I'm normally really good at that anyway. I just made sure that I did. And then the night of wasn't the best sleep, but that is totally fine because very normal with like race day nerves and everything. Yeah, I still went to bed relatively early. I went to bed at like 9:30, I think, the night before the race, but then I had to wake up at 3 a.m. because it was a very early start and I just wanted to give myself ample time to get ready and not have to rush. Woke up at 3. I still felt good though when I woke up because I was so excited. And yeah, straight away I went and ate my breakfast, went and had 2 crumpets with honey, so I had some more carbs in my system, and then I drank another one of these like while I was eating my breakfast, and then I took it to the race as well to keep sipping on it. It did all that, and then I went to the toilet. I made sure that I went to the toilet, took my time, so I didn't have to worry about that during the race. So that was all good, and then got ready. Outfit was super cute. It was all LSKD. I've been wearing all their stuff for ages, have trained in it like the whole year, even more than that, and I love their stuff, and it was so cute. I had a little white outfit, got all that, did my hair, everything was feeling cute, and then made it to the race. So we got on the train, got the train in, and then we got there about an hour before start time, so we got there about 5:30ish, and then I went to the wall to see my name on like the marathon list, which is like so surreal. And then what else did I do? Did my little warm up, went to the toilet again, and then yeah, made my way to the start line. I actually saw like someone that I knew at the start line, which really calmed the nerves because I feel like last year was so like exciting and good because I started with like my best friend, even though we didn't even run the whole thing together. Starting with my friend like just changed the vibe, like it made it so fun. So it was good to see someone at the start, and then off we went. Also, my whole family had come with me. Mum, Dad, Ash and Jordan were there from the start. Yeah, off we go. Like the vibes were so good. It was so like loud and just like the atmosphere is like indescribable. Like so many of you probably went and watched or even ran yourself, and you would know like how amazing it feels. Like whether you're running or watching, it's just such a cool atmosphere. And the crowds just keep getting bigger and bigger. Like this year was massive. But yeah, so off we went. Obviously my main concern is my knee. So I was kind of thinking about that, but then once I started running, I felt good. I took Voltaren, actually, that was a key thing. I took Voltaren like after I had my crumpets, so a bit of painkiller relief so that I hopefully didn't feel it during the race, or at least reduced the pain a little bit. So when I started running, I couldn't really feel it. I was just very like soaked up in what was happening, and every time I thought about it, I reminded myself, I was like, just don't think about it. Try not to think about it. Distract yourself. Soak everything up. Enjoy the moment and worry about it if it annoys you. Like don't be thinking about like, ooh, like is it hurting? Like don't try and draw attention to it unless it is physically hurting. So kind of forgot about it for a little bit. The first few Ks, they went so quick. Like, I felt really good. My goal that I had months and months ago when I started training was to hopefully get a sub 4 hour marathon, because my goal for the half was a sub 2 and I smashed that and got like 1:45, I think. I was like, I know obviously it's going to be a lot harder in the marathon and I'm going to have to run a lot slower than that, but I was like, if I can just crack sub 4, that will be my goal. Then when this whole knee thing happened, I was like, I'm probably going to have to forget about that. And I did. I was like, I'm just going to, whatever pace feels comfortable, I just want to finish it. Like, it's awesome enough to run the distance itself. Time is not going to matter. But because I felt good at the start, I was like, maybe I can do it. Like, let's just stick for that initial goal pace. And then if it plays up, I'll slow down and whatever happens, happens. So I started around like 5:30-ish minutes per kilometer and I felt good. So I was like, I'm just going to cruise at this. It felt pretty good. And yeah, see what happens. So yeah, first few Ks, so quick, like literally so quick. Before I knew it, I was at 5K and then I could slightly start to feel my knee, but it was very minor pain. It was like on the pain of like 1 to 10, it was like a 2 or even a 1. Like I could tell that it didn't feel normal. Like it didn't feel like my right knee does, but it wasn't painful. So I was aware of it, but I was like, again, just trying to forget about it because unless it's killing me, I don't want to think about it. At 5K down, I was also getting so many messages throughout the whole entire race from like friends, family, because my headphones were reading out every message that I got, and that helped so much. Like it literally made the race fly by. And when I was struggling, someone would message me and say like, you're 30 Ks down, like keep going. And it really helped. So that meant the world to me. I'll try and like pop some little messages that I got on the screen. Like there was honestly so many. It felt like every 5 seconds my headphones were like talking to me, and it was my friends like saying keep going, or my family, and it was so good. So then like past 5K, everything was pretty good. I still felt relatively good. 21.1, like the halfway mark, I still felt really good, and I was like on like very average around that 5:30. Like sometimes I'd speed up to like 5:10, 5:15. Sometimes I'd drop down to like 5:40, 5:50. I was like very much around that range. It all just depended, like when the crowd was big and like people were cheering out your name, I would get like heaps of energy and just like accidentally keep going like a lot faster than I should have. But I just love that. I love those parts where like the energy just made you like get a boost of momentum and kept pushing you forward. So those parts I'd speed up a little bit and then I'd slow down a bit because I'm like, oh, I don't need to be going that fast. Like you gotta watch yourself. So yeah, that was happening. And then obviously, regardless if I had a sore knee or not, towards the end, it's gonna get a lot harder. So I think it was around the 28K mark when my knee, like, well, first of all, my legs, just after the half marathon distance, it was probably like 23, 24 or something. That's when I noticed my legs getting sore. I was like, it was just normal soreness. Like you've been running for a long time now, your legs are gonna be sore. Like mainly my quads really were like just so tight. I was like, it's still doable. Like they're getting a little, not crampy, but just like tight and sore, but still very, very doable. And then a little bit after that, my knee started to hurt. And I don't know, in my mind, I'm probably like, maybe because my legs are fatiguing. I don't know, like my legs are fatigued. My knee's now having issues. I don't know the science behind it, but then it started to hurt really bad. But I knew that I was seeing my family soon. So I was like, I just gotta keep going. Like before I know it, I'll be seeing my family, and then once I see my family, I'll be really close to the finish line. So I just gotta take it in little chunks. So I did. I got through to around, where did I see them? 35, I think. Like I started to slow down a bit once I hurt the knee, but I still kept like a pretty decent pace. So around 35 kilometers is when I was seeing my family, and when I saw them, my pace went up again. I got so excited. Like that next kilometer, I was full of energy again. And then I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden it was just like shooting pain in my knee that was like going up my leg, and it was so hard to like move my leg. Felt like I had to physically like manually move it forward. Like it was so hard. I slowed down a lot. I was like, fuck. I was really questioning whether I was actually going to be able to complete it. I was like, every step I took like almost felt like my legs on the next step were just gonna like shut down, and I was gonna have one of those moments where I couldn't stand up. Like it felt like my legs were so close to giving up. Like it was so weird. It happened so quickly, and then it lasted for a little bit. It lasted probably a K or two. Like my pace really declined. I think when it was really bad, my split for one of the Ks was 7 minutes. And mind you, I was so impressed with myself that I hadn't stopped the whole entire way. I hadn't stopped. And like in all of my training runs, I would have a break to stop and walk, stretch my legs. But I just like, really honestly, the crowd, like that was a main motivator, like crowd, supporters, everything, like just made it so fun and enjoyable, and I didn't want to stop. It was only then when I was having this issue that I was like, oh my God, I want to stop. But if I stop, it's going to be 10 times harder to keep going. So like I got down to like a very slow jog, like pretty much a walk for a few seconds. And then this kind of happened when I was near a water station too. So I'd like gotten a cup, sipped some water, chucked it, and I was like, I just have to keep moving. Like if I stop, I won't be able to start again. So I'm like, keep going, trying to pick up the pace. It was so hard. And then like right at the right time, I had seen one of my friends that like goes to the gym that I coach at, and he honestly, like, this was when like I was trying, okay, I'm gonna cry again, great. I was trying so hard not to cry, like, because I was so annoyed with the pain that I was experiencing. And I was like thinking I'm like gonna really struggle to get across that finish line. It was just so annoying that I was like so close yet so far. And every time I kind of like start to tear up, I was like then struggling to breathe, because I feel like my body is going into panic. It's like you're crying and you're in pain, like what's going on? And I was like trying to stop myself from crying, because that was just gonna make it so much worse. So I'm like, okay, fight back the tears, like just keep trying to move your legs. And then I saw Marcus, my friend from the gym, and it honestly like lit me up. Like I felt like a boost of like happiness and energy like come inside me. I was like, oh my God, there's like someone I know. And like he jogged with me for a little bit, and that really helped, because I feel like if he was just standing there, I probably would have stopped and said like, oh, this is hard, and that would have made it like 10 times harder to keep going. The clip will be in here somewhere of that, because that honestly like helped me so much. And him explaining like how close I was to the end as well just made me be like, you can't give up, like you are so close. Like go through a little bit of pain for like a little bit longer and you will be fine. So that really, really helped, and I'm so appreciative for him and for like everyone that supported me on the day. So I got past like that little part, and I was like, okay, I don't have long to go now. And I think it was like around the 40k mark somewhere. It's so hard to like put it all together, but around the 40k mark, I think it was after I'd seen Marcus, there was like a fellow person running next to me, and he was encouraging everyone. He was being awesome. Like I heard him from behind, and I thought he was a pacer, because they're like really good at like motivating you and like telling you like how close you are and things like that. So I honestly thought it was a pacer, and then he comes up beside me and he's just a regular person, and he's encouraging everyone. I was like so amazed. I was like, he is doing so well. Like I can barely speak. He is doing amazing, and it was really helping me. Like every time he'd see someone that was walking or slowing down, he'd be like, come on mate, don't stop. Like it was amazing, and it motivated me. And then I found myself like picking up my pace a lot more. Like I picked it up a little bit once I saw Marcus, and then I continued to do so because he was just like literally so motivating. And then he started talking to me as well, and turns out it was his first marathon too, so even crazier. Like this is his first time. He's probably in struggle street as well, but he was doing amazing, and he was still encouraging everyone. And that's what I loved about the day, and that's what I love about running and like community events and things like that, is that everyone is there for each other, and you're all there for like different reasons, but you get together, and it's just like, it's just honestly amazing. And he gave me such a big push, and he was like, I think we had 2Ks to go. He's like, 2Ks down. And I'm like, we've got this, like we're so close now. I could see the MCG, like I could physically see it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna sprint. It's not my usual sprinting pace, but as fast as I could go on that day, I was like, I'm gonna give it my all for these last few Ks, knowing that I was so close and that I was only gonna feel the pain for like a little bit longer. So I really picked it up then, and like running through the MCG, like so surreal. Like, obviously I've done it before with the half marathon, but it will still be like the coolest experience ever. Like, there's just so many people packed in there, like people yelling your name, people just like screaming, music playing, like, oh, it was amazing. And once I'd realized, like, I'd stepped foot into the MCG, I was like, I'm gonna make it. Like, I can see the line and I'm actually gonna do it. Like, the marathon is pretty much done, and like I was just soaking it all in, like looking at the crowd and like looking at the finish line and being like, this is it. Like, this is the only time that I will be like finishing my first marathon. Like, this is such a big achievement, and I really soaked it in, and it was just like, I can't even describe the feeling that I felt. Like, it was absolutely amazing. And when I crossed the line, I cried because I was like, what the heck? Even like coming up to it, when I was realizing what was happening, I could feel myself tearing up, but I was like, come on, try and smile. Like, I was also really proud of myself for smiling a lot during the race. Like, it was only in that like little period where my knee started hurting that I really felt down. But then I brought my smile back for the finish, and yeah, it was like just so surreal. Like, it was so cool. And I finished, I'm like grabbing my legs, I'm like in so much pain. Obviously the pain didn't stop when I finished the marathon. It was just very hard to walk. But I was like, I've done it now. Like, I actually did it. But yeah, the rest, I got to see my family, got to see my friends, and it was just like the coolest thing ever, and like the best day. And I will like forever remember this day. And I'm so glad to have some footage and stuff from the day so I can have it there so I never forget what it felt like. And yeah, honestly, just amazing. I've said it too many times, but it was literally like the best day ever. So yeah, that's my little marathon recap from the Nike Melbourne Marathon in 2025. I don't know, like, now the focus for me is like rehabbing my knee, obviously, because it's still played up even after like resting for more than 2 weeks. So working with a myotherapist to strengthen my weaknesses. And then for now, I'm not going to run for a little bit, obviously, because my knee's still hurting. I don't want to run, but I will be focusing on more strength, just trying my best to make my body like as fit and healthy as it can be. And then I have a few events planned for the end of the year, but we'll see what happens with them. And yeah, that's my story. So thank you for watching. If you're someone that I know and you sent me a message, I appreciate you like so much. Like, I cannot describe how much I appreciate you and how happy I am. And yeah, if you're a stranger watching this, hello, welcome, and thank you for watching. And yeah, that's all I really have to say, but thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you all. Bye.
All right, legend. You're not far away. How are you feeling?
I'm so sore now.
Right turn, and you're done.
Okay.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Soak it up. Well done.
Almost there. Thank you, Marcus.